Hi, this is William from Great Affordable Watches, and today I'm gonna do another top 5 video. In this video I'm gonna go through my top 5 watches I haven't already covered in my previous top 5 videos. So if there are any watches you are missing from this list, please go check out my other top 5 videos, and I will leave a link down in the description, and I will leave a card in the top right corner. And remember, this is just my opinion, and there are a lot of good watches in this price range, and these watches are just 5 watches I think offers great value and look very good. This list is in no particular order. Let's start with the first watch. The first watch on the list is the Seiko SARB 009. There are many different kind of models in the SARB line, but this is the one that I found, which looks very good and is around $500. There are many good looking SARB watches a bit above $500, so go check them out as well. This is a dress watch. It is 40mm in diameter. It is 12mm thick. It got sapphire crystal. The bandwidth is 20mm, and the most interesting thing about this watch, except the very good build quality and finishing as usual on Seiko watches, it got the Seiko 6R27 movement, and that movement is a high beat movement from Seiko, so it beats at 28,800 beats per hour and got 29 joules. And I think it's very interesting to see a high beat movement from Seiko, and especially in this price range. I think this is the cheapest watch from Seiko with a high beat movement, if we are not including vintage watches. So not only does it got a very good movement and a very interesting movement from Seiko, I think this movement is built upon the very reliable and famous 6R15, and I think it looks very good. I think the design is very interesting, and the finishing is very good as always. This watch comes in a variety of colors. I think my favorite is a black with silver case, but you also got a white dial and a black brownish dial with a gold plated or rose gold plated case. I think that one looks very good as well. So if you're looking for a bit more uncommon Seiko model, which with a very interesting movement, I think this is really the perfect watch for you, and for the money it offers extremely good value. The second watch on the list is of course the Steinhart Ocean Vintage Military. I don't think a top 5 list is complete without a Steinhart watch, and Steinhart overall, you guys know I like Steinhart very much, and I think they make great watches for a affordable price. And one of my favorite Steinhart in Steinhart standard lineup is the Ocean Vintage Military, and I think and of course, yeah, this is a homage to a very rare Rolex that will cost you probably $50,000 or more. I'm not sure about that, but it's a very expensive and rare Rolex, and this is a homage to that watch. And I think it's just a nicely made watch if you can come over the fact that it is a homage watch. I have no problem with homage watches, as I have said before, so I think this is a very well made and very good looking vintage inspired diver. And of course we got the ETA 2824-2 LBR grade. It is 42mm in diameter, it's 30mm thick, and it's waterproof to 30 ATM. And I should say that the Seiko before was waterproof to 100 meters. I forgot to include that. But I think if you're looking for a affordable diver under $500, I think this is a excellent choice, and probably one of the best watches you can get under $500. And of course Steinhart offers many great watches in this price range, but this is just one of my favorite models from Steinhart in this price range. Okay, the third watch, and this one is a bit uncommon, and I have not seen it around that much. And this is the Swiss military Hanowa Colonel automatic. Swiss military Hanowa, or Hanowa as they are often called, is a Swiss brand. I think they was established in 1967 or something like that. They are based in Switzerland, and they make pretty good watches overall. But my favorite watch from Hanowa is the Colonel, and with the blue dial, and I think that one looks fantastic. And I think the case design is very interesting. It got some very sharp edges and no crown guards, which I like. And it got signed crown, sapphire crystal, and a pretty interesting movement. It got the PWP111 automatic movement, and I guess that is based on the SDP 111 movement from SDP, and it's a pretty new movement, and it's based on the ETA 2824, but it got 46-hour power reserve instead of 38, and some high grade components if you compare it to the standard grade ETA 2824. And I think it's kinda nicely decorated with some coated Genève, and if it is based on the SDP 111, it's a very accurate movement, and I've seen some tests on that particular movement, and it's a great movement overall, and many people seem to really like it. This watch is 41mm in diameter. It's 11.5mm thick. It got 22mm lug size, and the water resistance is down to 100 meters. So it's a nicely sized watch, not too big and not too small, so I think that's very nice. And of course the movement got hacking, hand winding and all that, but I think the thing that I really like is the dial and the case design. I think the blue dial is just fantastic looking, and the applied markers and the logo. I think it's just a nice package. So if you can find one, I think they go for around $300, so it's a fantastic price for a Swiss-made watch with a Swiss-made movement. Okay, the fourth watch on the list is the Tissot
Chemin des Tourelles.
This is a pretty new Tissot, and it comes in a variety of dial layouts, but I think I prefer the one with a plain black dial and numerals at 12 and 6 o'clock and only battle markers. This watch got a pretty interesting movement as well. It got the new Tissot Caliber Powermatic 80, and this is based on a ETA movement, a new ETA movement. And the nice thing about this movement is that it got 80-hour power reserve, and I think they have increased the mainspring or something like that, and they have reduced the tick rate, so the beats per hour, and they decreased it to 21,600 beats per hour instead of 28,800 to achieve that power reserve. And I think this watch is very well executed overall, and it got, as I said, a very interesting movement, and it's a very good looking dress watch overall. And as often with Tissot watches, they offer a great value as well, and they are a very affordable Swiss brand with a lot of history, and they are pretty respected. So I think if you're looking for a nice dress watch with some nice specs and a very good looking design, I think this is a very good alternative. And there are of course other models, and some models got some nice finishing on the movement. I'm gonna put a picture here, and yeah, there are a version with Roman numerals, and I think you can find a version that you really like. And the last watch on the list is the Certina DS-1 Powermatic 80, and as the name says, it got the same movement as the or based on the same movement as the Tissot, the last one, and it got the 80-hour power reserve as well. And this one is 40mm in diameter. It got 100-meter water resistance, 20mm lug width, and a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. And there are many different versions from DS1 in the DS1 Powermatic lineup, but I really like the Heritage lineup, the DS1 Heritage, and especially the Himalaya version. I think it looks very good, but there are of course the standard lineup with black dial and I think rose gold markers, and I think the case design and the dial layout is very good looking. But you can also find the more modern DS1 Powermatic with a more modern looking dial and case, and those watches look fantastic as well. But my personal favorite in the DS1 Powermatic 80 lineup is the vintage inspired models. And I think there are also a white version and some other versions as well, and I think Certina and especially the DS1 lineup offers great value and look fantastic in my opinion. And for under $500 you get a very good watch, Swiss-made watch from a respected brand. Overall, just a fantastic looking watch. And if you have watched my other videos, I really like vintage inspired watches, and so this is a very good looking watch in my opinion. So that's the end of the list. As I said in the beginning, there are many great watches in this price range, and these are just some watches I haven't covered before, and I'm gonna try and do a series with new watches when I found them and try them out. Please let me know what your favorite watches under $500 are, and share them down in the comment section. Maybe I include them in my next top 5 video. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one.